Welcome to 90 Terabytes of Alternative Gaming with your hosts, Taylor
and Q.
Nuclear launch detected.
90 Terabytes of Alternative Gaming does not represent the views of WWSP, 90 FM, or the University of Wisconsin school system. The views expressed and the information given in this broadcast can be used at the sole risk of the listener.
Listening to this broadcast is guaranteed to increase your wisdom by 5 points.
The Enrichment Center is required to remind you that you will be baked, and then there will be cake.
Hey, listen!
Hello, and welcome to another edition of 90 Terabytes of Alternative Gaming. This is your first host, your first co-host, I guess, your first half of a host, Taylor Christian, alongside...
We are two different people.
We're two different people, I guess, but we're part of a conglomerate of hosting.
Oh, okay. That still involves us being two separate people. I don't really want to have the merging idea.
It's a wee bit creepy. We are one. We are one.
We are a video game talk show. We talk about video games, video game communities, the businesses that create video games, because sometimes they just suck.
A lot. Like this week.
We talk about lots of things.
Well, one sucks. Actually, I think we have a nice counterbalance, actually.
I actually believe we have a couple in there that suck.
Oh, do we? Oh,
yeah.
I only can think of one positive one. Whatever.
Oh, no, I can name
As
out
goes
tons
news.
of positive. I can name out tons of positive ones, but that's just...
I mean, like, grandly positive, though.
Once again, as we always have to mention to every single person in the listening universe, because it's not really a world, because this is technically being beamed out to the people's Alpha Centauri, and etc.
Oh, you think aliens are listening to us?
It's plausible.
Oh, that'd be so cool if we were the first thing aliens heard.
Wow, that is a deep thought. But yeah, our opinions are purely our own. They do not reflect anybody else but ourselves, which and the two in question are Taylor and Q.
Yes.
Our opinions are purely our own. They do not reflect WWSP Stevens Point, the radio station you're currently listening to, the University of Wisconsin Stevens Point, the UW Board of Regents, UW-Madison,
Buddy Holly.
The state of Wisconsin. I don't think there's any other ones we're required to say. Yeah, our opinion is purely our own. We have been wrong. We were wrong our first episode. We've been wrong many times since then. We've been right many times since then,
How many times have we been wrong since then? I don't think we've had any, like... We
Not
haven't ever had to,
as
like,
big as the
redact
first
something,
one.
as formally as we had to do with the first one, but...
We've been wrong.
I guess. We've been wrong about opinions, not about, like, something we presented
the
as
actual
a story.
The actual story. The second story we ever said was wrong.
Yep.
But it wasn't our fault. Everybody was wrong. Everybody who read it.
To be fair, I mean, if before that was disproven, you walked out and you were like a cynic about it, you were kind of mean then. I don't know, because then you were just like bullying some poor mentally handicapped kid.
It was about an autistic kid who said he wasn't cheating and actually was.
Yep, he took advantage of us all.
We trusted him. And he
stomped all over our hearts.
Our hearts.
And our gamer scores.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's actually quite tiny, since I use guest accounts.
I don't have an X. I have my account. I don't think I have one. I've never played it on Xbox.
You have 0 achievements.
On Xbox.
Okay, I guess, but I mean...
Have you seen my World of Warcraft numbers?
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't even played that since January.
Holy cow. I haven't even played that since...
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh, you've played it before.
I've played it for, like, I think, probably a grand total of 3 hours in my entire life.
I forced one of my friends to play my Old Republic account. That's all I have to say.
I'd consider playing that game. That game actually looks interesting. I don't know.
If you like BioWare games,
if
you hate BioWare games, then you're gonna hate it.
I'm not.
I can't talk anymore about this.
No, I love the Mass Effect games, and from what I understand, they're pretty well comparable. But I also don't like where they're going with some of their games.
Well,
it's not like they're gonna...
Did we talk about Mass Effect 3 last week?
I don't think we did. Mass Effect 3 is going to be a shooter, I'm pretty sure.
They're changing it to more of a third-person shooter with RPG elements.
That's what they've already been doing.
Instead of an RPG with shooter elements.
Mm-hmm. Well, they took pretty much the entire inventory thing out for Mass Effect 2. I mean, like, each gun, it was like, there are 3 types of shotgun and 3 types of sniper, and, like, that was it. Which is okay-ish, because Mass Effect 1's inventory was kind of lame. But, like, Mass Effect 2, there just was nothing. There was, like, very few items, and then the RPG element got toned down to about, I think, 5
And now they're adding
different
multiplayer.
categories. Oh, good! That's the best. Yeah, I remember. I only have seen that as a magazine cover.
Yeah, I know. I never read the story
Yeah.
because I was just so angry about it.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the really happy thing, like we normally do at the start of the show.
Which one?
The
You gotta
Humble
go.
Indie Bundle.
Humble
It's
Indie
over.
Bundle. It's over, yes.
It's over.
Yes.
They added another game right before the end of it that everyone should have gotten your Steam account. I'm opening it real quick. Naturally, all the sites don't say anything about it because they added it like 3 days before it ended. I believe, they sold 261,476 copies of the 11 to 20 million games they were giving out for pretty much free. And they made
A lot of fun dollars.
Actually, it looks like it sold a lot more than that. Hold on. They sold 372,376 copies, so 120,000 more than I just said. With a grand total, I can't say it in dollars, can I?
Fun dollars.
I know, but it's for charity.
But just say fun dollars.
In fun dollars, they made $2,168,105.39.
Fun dollars and 39 fun cents.
Fun cents.
Fun
And they made
cents.
$2.1 million
That's a lot. That's a lot.
on
a
a
lot.
charity.
Did they say how much actually went to who on that? Because I know they didn't before, but I feel like with the final result, they might divvy it up.
Average purchase was $5.82. Fun dollars.
82 cents fun dollars. Good save. Good save.
Notch did not win. Notch came in second place.
What? Who beat him?
The Mountain MT Gox.
MT Gox. That's not the Black Ops guy, is it?
And MTGox.com.
Huh.
I
Because
don't
I
know
know
who that is.
one of the people competing with him was apparently the guy who I think did the multiplayer for Black Ops. I don't know. It was someone involved in the Call of Duty franchise. I don't know any of the
I'm
people
betting
in
all
Call
these
of Duty.
people who are up on the top of the list are involved.
Oh,
in
they've
the
got to
game
be developers,
directly.
pretty much all of them.
But yeah, you got Command Physics Deluxe, Cogs, V, Hammer Fight, and Yet It Moves, Braid, Cortex Command, Machinarium, Osmos, Revenge of the Titans, Steel Storm, Atom Zombie Smasher, and Minecraft.
Atom Zombie Smash is what just got added
Yep.
then, isn't it?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. I want to play that like now.
It's on your Steam if you did get it. If you didn't get it on your Steam account and got it on something else, I don't know how you did, then you just have to probably get a new code from them, which they'll most likely give you because they're a
Yes.
charity and they
Yeah.
love everyone.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, the Minecraft thing is you can play until the 14th. I think that's how it works. But they sold 372,000
That's a lot.
copies of these games.
Like I said, this is probably the best way I have seen indie games marketed. It's such a cool way to do it because you can never do this with you could never do the bundle of Mass Effect 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, and Gears of War 3 all in one
For
pack.
$4,000. I mean, yeah, when you merge these games that are 60 each, with these games that are technically not priced, some of them are not priced, some of them are obviously, yeah, and the average went up a lot.
A lot. Didn't
the
Linux
average-
still lead the whole thing though? Didn't Linux have the best average by like a pretty decent little bit?
Yeah, the average Linux was twice as much
Yeah.
than the average Mac, and the average Mac was about twice as much as the Windows.
Really? That surprises me,
It
actually.
went 5, 8, 12 for the amount of money that the average person, and the average in the end, because you had to pay the above the average to get the bundle, so it kind of brought the bundle price up.
Yeah. Well, that was actually, it was a
was
great way to do it
$5.82 fun dollars.
at the very end.
Yep, $5. I'm gonna say that because there's a dot sign there. I'm gonna say the dollar.
It's just your
$5.82
nature
was the
of
final, and I believe we bought it on air for $4 something.
I think I bought it for $5 but it was,
Was it
at
right
like
at $5?
$4.90 something. It was pretty much there. But that's a pretty decent rise in the average considering the kind of numbers that they were dealing with already.
Yeah. I still think they should make this go on longer because it's
Yeah.
only going to continuously grow and get better.
On a sad note, I'm trying to 100% V, and
You're never going to be able to do
oh
that.
my gosh.
You're
Did you
never
ever
gonna do
see or try the part called the hard way? Where you spend like 5 seconds in air? Yeah, I just did that, and it was like the
Well,
most...
I've done that
yeah,
one too.
I think
It took me like an hour.
Oh god, yeah. That was probably like one of the hardest things I've done in a video game. It is insane.
It's up there.
Yeah.
Some of these games are so outrageously difficult, but some of them
It's
are just
awesome.
so fun.
Yeah, it's
They're
like
all
it's one
fun.
of the it's the best approach to difficulty in gaming, which is death isn't even treated as that much of a punishment. It's like part
No,
of
you
how
just
you learn
start
how to
over.
play.
You
Yeah,
start on.
and that's the best way to approach that. I think that's
Like
how
literally,
Portal does
if
it
you have
with.
the checkpoint in the level, I just constantly running into the spikes. Die,
Oh,
die,
yeah,
die,
yeah.
die. And the V's music is my favorite of all of them.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's awesome. It makes me feel like I'm playing my Game Boy again every dang time.
It was just a beautiful Adam Zombie Smasher. This kind of looks like Bomberman.
Yeah, I've heard interesting things, but I never really figured out what the game was. I remember hearing a bunch of like raves about it right when it came out, but
It sells for $9.99. So I mean, you got it for free.
yeah.
If you got the Humble Indie Bundle when you were supposed to, when we told you to, you got this game.
You would have listened to
for
us, dang it.
free. Well, you can't get it now. You
Yeah.
can't get it now. And I just like to, just say that it's one of the greatest things. And obviously, next time the bundle comes out, we'll be raving it as much as we possibly can because it's
And my
all
Steam library is going to double
for
again.
charity. But yeah. Lots of raving reviews for this game on your Adam Zombie Smasher. Which
I think
is
it's like
involved-
it's a puzzler for the most part.
I think it's like Bomberman. It looks just like Bomberman.
Okay. I don't think it quite is though. I think it's like you have to like change paths through the city or something. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but
Cities are procedurally generated, giving unique experience. Yeah, just
we can talk about that actually
hire
next week then.
mercenaries. Yeah, we'll play it.
Yep. I got nothing better to do. I'm out of class after next week, so I'm just gonna rot in an apartment playing video games all
What
the way
do
to
we
the
have
next
to
show.
talk about next? We talk about a bad company or a good company?
I say we talk about bad because then we still have goods to make up for it
Okay.
after starting with a good.
Which bad company would you like to talk about? Because I've got 3 on my mind right now.
I think didn't we trash talk id not too long ago?
Yeah, we trashed chocolate last week.
Well, then you know what? Why not go with that and then transition into another bad one from there?
Okay, what do we have to talk about this week?
Well, id. Well, you know what? No, let's start with Activision so that we can make like
yeah,
some
Activision
context.
is the staple.
Yeah, Activision's kind of the starting point for Activision Blizzard, but they are using a now confirmed all the time online DRM for Diablo 3.
They claim it's not a DRM. They
It's-
actually physically said it's not a DRM.
If I can't
agree
play
with
it,
you. I agree
yeah, if
with
I
you.
can't play it when I'm not signed into your servers, it's DRM. I don't care if you call it whatever you want.
I
It's
completely agree.
DRM. But,
what we're talking about is Activision Blizzard, a gigantic, the biggest conglomerate of video games in the entire world. Blizzard makes World of Warcraft. Activision makes tons and tons and tons.
Yeah,
and
they go
tons
with
of
the
stuff.
quantity over quality kind of approach.
There's World of Warcraft and StarCraft both came from Blizzard.
Yep.
And they also have another franchise called Diablo. And Diablo is basically a dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
Where you have one guy and you just go through dungeons and you kill things and get stuff.
Yeah,
and
and that's
kill
been a
things and get
staple
stuff.
in gaming for a long
No,
time.
it is.
Diablo 2 was like one of the biggest games, basically, ever.
Yeah.
And it was a blast. It was that was basically what people land when they didn't want to have to kill each other.
Exactly.
It was like one of the best cooperative games you could play.
Yeah.
And
And they decided with their new one, Diablo 3, they would require you to have a constant internet connection to play the game. You can't even sign into the game. You can't play by yourself. You can't have
Nope.
any single player. They're also getting rid of all the mods. You can't mod the game in any way like World of
good.
Warcraft, which is one of the pure things World of Warcraft has, is you can change whatever you want
Mm-hmm.
in the user interface as much as you want. You can make it, you can have nothing there
yeah.
and memorize your numbers and have nothing on the screen. And I've seen people play that. It's kind of outrageous.
Yeah,
You
it's
just have to-
ridiculous, but if that's what you want to do, why not? You own the game. I mean, you're paying to use it. Why not? I mean, especially if it's something cosmetic like that.
Yeah, and last week we talked about the online gold house, I believe. The
Yes,
auction
really
house.
briefly mentioned it. And I think we all kind of had the general consensus that we don't like it.
Yeah, because it allows the gold farmers to actually physically make money.
Speaking of gold farmers, can we really quickly mention
North Korea.
Yes, North Korea hired a squad of gold farmers
Yes,
to go into
North
South Korea.
actually had an army of gold farmers.
I think it was
they
only
were
like
caught.
10. Yeah.
They were caught by the South Korean, I believe, special forces. I'm assuming because
Yes.
they're really
wiring
good.
millions of dollars back to North Korea.
They were selling gold in video games, mostly the big Korean MMOs.
like Lineage and stuff like that.
And obviously World of Warcraft and the etc. They were just sitting there. They had an army of bots, like robots, farming gold in these games, and they were selling the gold either through legitimate means or through not